Previously on Town Hall 10 Free-to-Play, we discussed the Clan War League matchmaking and reward system. Today, I have a special treat. We have two new Town Hall 10 Legend League players in Paradox Reloaded. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe. Welcome back for episode 37 of the Town Hall 10 Free-to-Play series. Today is a very special episode. We got two new Town Hall 10 Legend League players over here in Paradox Reloaded. They just went above and beyond, guys. I started a bit of a trend when I moved up to Champions League. I just wanted to explore Champions League to see what the loot looked like up here. But these two players just went crazy on it. We got Pikachu and we got AK. One at 5,001 trophy, and then the other one hit 5,007 trophies. So today's episode, we're going to talk about the armies that they used to do this push, how long it took them to do it, and also what happens when you cross into Legends League. All right, so we got two armies that we're going to take a look at today. Looks like the first one is going to be 3 P.E.K.K.A.s, 2 Golems, 12 Bowlers, and the Wall Wrecker. Now, this attack is naturally going to start on the left side of the screen because the Town Hall is right on the outer perimeter of the base. Now, we are up in Titans 1, nice, strong Town Hall 11. One of the biggest things that Pikachu emphasized when I was talking to him earlier was the fact of Clan Castle troops and the siege machines being frequent in Paradox Reloaded. And we definitely have to shout out AK for the massive amount of donations that took place in the clan, like over 30,000 donations were donated over the last couple of days. Now, this was a 6-day push to be actual with you. So if you were thinking that you're going to be able to push to Legends League in like a day or so, you're going to have to do some serious grinding and a lot of support from your clan. But this was a nice, strong ground army with the P.E.K.K.A.s leading the way for the bowlers. Looks like we have a king. His ability is going to be used in the core. And those P.E.K.K.A.s are going to basically chop through walls, and the bowlers are going to take out buildings on the other side of those walls while the queen backs it up. They're going to find that jump spell about 44% right this second, while we have a P.E.K.K.A. that ventured off up here on the top side of the base, and she is going to eliminate some more percentage. So securing a nice 2-star attack with this army right here. But the next army is actually an army that you guys are quite familiar with, and we talked about it a bit over the last couple of days. Queen's going to take down that final Inferno Tower, leaving us at 52%. Let's get into our next replay. And next up, we're going to take a look at what is quite possibly my favorite army. We got the Queen Charge Baby Dragon, and this one is actually really cool because there is also a battle blimp involved with Valkyries inside the battle blimp. So you guys know how this is going to go. The target here is to clear out multiple buildings on this side of the base. We got a queen, we got her healers, rage spell down because she's about to take on that incredibly powerful Barbarian King, level 56. That's a monster of a king. And there's also a level 65 to her immediate right. We got baby dragons placed to clear out multiple buildings while this queen starts working her way towards that enemy queen's location. Now, what she's doing here is clearing out multiple buildings to eliminate some of the defenses. That way that battle blimp is able to come overhead and take on the Town Hall location. The balloons are dropped to look for seeking air mines and scout for any other traps, and that queen is going to work her way towards the enemy queen, and then a rage spell as well as her ability is going to be used, if I remember correctly. Battle blimp is going to be placed. It's going to work its way into the Town Hall's location and get some splash damage on that Town Hall, as well as the Valkyries inside, and a rage spell to destroy the Town Hall and eliminate it. Not really too concerned about what's going on inside that compartment, just getting rid of the Town Hall. And now we're going to start dropping baby dragons around the outside of the base to start collecting more percentage to gain the 2nd star. Baby dragons placed all the way around the outside perimeter of this base, and then I believe the Barbarian King is going to be dropped in a moment to start targeting some buildings inside the base to gain a little bit more percentage. Looks like we have a few additional minions as well up there. Baby dragons have taken out about 44% of the base at this point, and now you're going to notice that there is a king placed as well as 4 earthquake spells to destroy a couple of buildings, or actually do damage to a couple of buildings, while that king's ability is used in obtaining the 2nd star. 53%, very beautiful attack for a Town Hall 10 versus a Town Hall 12 base. So for those of you that cannot get Clan Castle troops, you can do this army without Clan Castle troops. You don't necessarily have to use them or have the siege machine. It just depends on the base that you're facing. facing. And so AK is going to take on this Town Hall 11 in a similar manner to the previous attack. We got the queen dropped, you got the 5 healers back behind her, and there's a few baby dragons to start clearing out some buildings to her immediate left and her immediate right. What we're trying to do here is get this queen into the Town Hall's location. Now, something that might also get asked in relation to this army is the queen's level, and you also need to understand that if you are working with a lower level queen, you are going to more than likely have a difficult time versus these higher level defenses. It takes her longer to eliminate these buildings as well as her health. She will get taken out a lot faster, and you will be forced to use more rage spells early in the raid, and this is kind of where the queen's level here plays a major role. She's going to eliminate that dark elixir storage, step up into an air defense, and then she's going to have to backtrack and start having to deal with those air set skeleton traps. The 4 earthquake spells are going to be used to open up the compartment for this queen to work her way into the Town Hall's location, and that's where the rage spell is going to be used to keep this queen alive. Now you're going to notice that there's going to be baby dragons placed around the base to start collecting percentage as this queen gets closer to the Town Hall's location, having to deal with that tornado trap, and the baby dragon is actually going to lure and kill off a skeleton trap that was set on the air mode. Queen's going to eliminate that Town Hall, and now the baby dragons are placed strategically around the map to start gaining that percentage needed to grab the second star. The Queen is also taking on the defense in the Eagle Artillery, so that's something that you have to be aware of if you are facing off against Town Hall 11s. A lot of you guys aren't used to taking on the Eagle, and it's kind of scary for some of you. So those rage spells are going to play a major role in the success of the attack. Queen's going to take down one of the 2 Inferno Towers, but we made it all the way to 62%. Just an absolutely beautiful raid here by AK. And jumping back into that ground army that we took a look at in the first replay, we do have a base that has a centralized Town Hall on this one, and this one's actually a defender that was up in Legends League, so this is quite possibly the attack that launched Pikachu up into Legends League. And we're going to start out basically focused down here on the bottom side of the base, using those golems to tank for the P.E.K.K.A.s. So a very similar attack to what I would do with the Town Hall 10 army that I was using, the P.E.K.K.A.s and Hogs, but we have golems here to block for those P.E.K.K.A.s instead and draw the fire from the Expos in this situation, with that wall wrecker leading the way. And the main target here is naturally the Eagle Artillery. If you get rid of the Eagle Artillery, it really reduces the firepower on the Town Hall 11 bases and makes it a little similar to what you would face as a Town Hall 10, although we do have some seriously high levels on the Town Hall 11 base. Bowlers have worked their way in. Everything is following the wall wrecker into the base. Heal spells used to basically heal up the bowlers that are in this location. You're going to see a jump spell placed off to the right and a freeze spell to give those bowlers some time to eliminate that first Inferno Tower while the heroes approached and took out the other Inferno Tower on the opposite side of the base. So this is really a heavy power army, and it's also very expensive, and it takes a little while to train. If I remember correctly, Pikachu said it took about 30 minutes to train this army, so that's also something to take into consideration with the armies that you could use on your push to Legends League, is they might take a little while to train. So we just took a look at a couple of examples of some armies that you can use in order to push from Titans League up into Legends League. But what happens when you cross into Legends League? Well, this is what you're going to face. More than likely that you're going to be seeing a lot of Town Hall 13s. Now, here's the thing about Legends League that a lot of players don't necessarily know. You change systems when you cross into Legends League. It's no longer a sit online as long as you can, hit next, and find a base that really works for the army that you're using. You get paired up against 8 attacks, and you also have to defend 8 times. So sure, you will lose. If you do lose, you still gain some trophies based on the percentage that you get in the raid, but you're also going to be losing a massive amount of trophies if those Town Hall 13s are able to hit your Town Hall 10 base. So the likelihood of you staying in Legends League for a long time is not going to be very high. You're going to more than likely lose about 300 trophies in the first full day of Legends League, which is going to automatically kick you back into Titans 1. So Pikachu, actually this isn't Pikachu, this is AK, that's doing a very valid attempt to get a 1-star on this Town Hall 13 base. We have the Queen charged. Well, the Queen's actually dead now. We had baby dragons around the outside of the base, and they did a really good job to try to gain some percent. We're at 35%, but you get a trophy per 10% up in Legends League. So right now we're sitting on about 3 trophies, and I think our attacker is going to drop a Stone Slammer down in this location of the base and get an Electro Dragon into this range. But that scatter shot is an absolutely devastating defense. I've had to battle against it myself on my Town Hall 13, and it's not necessarily a fun army or a fun defense to go against. Baby Dragon trying to get a little bit more percentage, and that Stone Slammer is going to be dropped, as well as the 4 Earthquake spells to do a little bit of damage to the defenses in this location while not activating the Town Hall. And we have to deal with that Giga Inferno Tower with the Town Hall 13. So that thing is it's just a monster. We're just gonna throw it out there and say that it is an absolute beast. The E-Drag does activate the Town Hall, but I wanted to show you this replay just to give you an insight to what happens once you cross into Legends League. Now, you can do what Pikachu did and buy a shield for a couple days just to kind of relish in the victory, because this is a major grind, and this is something that I wanted to show a little bit of congratulations for and shout out to these guys for putting in all this work. And on that note, I do believe that that is going to wrap us up for today. I wanted to share those replays with you guys for those of you that are inspired to push to Legends League. It is a major time investment. I mean, a lot of time. Now, if you have made it to Legends League as a Town Hall 10, drop it down in the comments below and let us know what army you used. And I wanted to show a little bit of love to the guys that did it over here in Paradox Reloaded. If you enjoyed our content today, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you have not done so already. And if you like watching us every single day, turn on those notifications. If you need any additional video support, click one of those links over there, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.